Now, criminals have stolen personal details, including criminal records and financial information from the Legal Aid Agency relating to all legal aid applicants since 2010. The group that carried out the attack has claimed that it accessed 2.1 million pieces of data, but the Ministry of Justice has not verified that figure. Joining me now is Graham Stewart, Head of Public Sector at cybersecurity firm Checkpoint. Graham, hello.
Hi.
So look, how bad is this? What kind of crimes could be committed using the data that's been stolen, and how might it affect people who've been victims of this breach?
This is quite bad. So if you look at attacks in recent times on government organisations, typically they go after third-party providers. So the MOD payroll hack, that way they went after the payroll provider. The attack on Guy's and St Thomas's, again they went for the third party. It's unusual in the last 12 months for them to go directly after the organisation. So this is quite a serious attack, and apparently the data that they've got hold of goes back 15 years, and it's quite detailed and it's extremely personable of potentially some very vulnerable people. So we're talking information around national ID, so potentially driving license, passports, as well as names and addresses and things like that. In terms of what can be done with it, there's two things that typically happen when they go after this kind of data. So the first one's secondary attacks, and give you an example from the other week. M&S, there was a spate of text messages going around purporting to be from M&S offering free tea if you clicked on this link. So that kind of secondary attack, kind of annoying things. Most people get, text messages claiming to be from the Royal Mail, asking for some details so you get your parcel delivered. That's the first type of attack, and that's kind of low level and hopefully easy to spot. The problem is that because of the quality of the data that they've taken, you could have some very dedicated attacks, as in actually specific around the issues that these people have been involved with, and some real unpleasantness going on as a result, because this information contains things like criminal records, potentially debts, payments, things like that. So it's a really nasty one.
Graham, it seems like every sort of institution in Britain is kind of leaking like a sieve. Can anyone be trusted with our data? I mean, is this a sort of endemic problem across all institutions, indeed all firms in Britain?
Yeah, and it does seem like there's a lot more of these attacks, and the bit that worries me is this idea of breach fatigue. Is that if you look at the way certainly the print media have been responding to it this morning, Gary Lineker is more important, leaving the BBC more important than this attack. And there is this breach fatigue. People just it's just a factor of everyday life. Most of these organisations have got really good cybersecurity in place, in my experience. Quite often the problem here is a people and a process one. But this is frankly a fact of everyday life now. And it's unfortunate but true. And people, part of the problem here is this kind of sort of rolling of eyes and putting it down the bottom of the page in terms of news, because people aren't taking it seriously. And this is going to become a bigger and bigger issue.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you very much indeed. Graham Stewart, Head of Public Sector at cybersecurity firm Checkpoint.